Hello, one last time. My name is Olivia Lunsford, and I am part of the Lunsford and Associates team. And this is our final report for Acclivity. So before we hop too far into things, I wanted to recap really quickly the assignment that we were given for Acclivity. And so one part of that was to identify potential target companies within the pharmaceutical industry, and then also to locate angel groups, seed investors, and venture funds, along with trying to figure out any alternative financial models that we could. For me, I went ahead and started by analyzing the pharmaceutical industry based on a couple different criterias. First of which was their investment portfolios. I wanted to see how many companies they had partnered with, what they had in their pipeline, etc. I also looked at their areas of interest, which is pretty easy because almost all of them dealt with cardiovascular issues or renal issues. Thankfully, Dr. Pappen kind of looked over a lot of companies for me beforehand, which made it a lot easier. But then, like I said, I also look at their pipeline and just kind of try to gauge where companies might be based on how many products they have in the pipeline, etc. And then I looked at their investments. So I wanted to see how much money they had each invested into research and development specifically. And then I also looked at their national rankings as far as which companies had the largest R&D investments. After doing all of my research, I compiled my criteria into a way shortened version of a rubric, as you can see here. And then each sector had 1 out of 2. So companies couldn't get any higher than 2. And then the highest possible total was 10. And so you can see here, I have highlighted the ones in green that I think would be a great fit, yellow as a good fit, and then red maybe not the best choice. But obviously, there's a lot more that goes into these decisions than I'm aware of. So this is just based on the information that I could get through my research. And then moving quick here, let me move myself out of the way. We have the pharmaceutical results that I came up with. So based on what I found, I thought that Pfizer, Lilly Company, Bristol Myers Squibb, and Johnson & Johnson would all be the best 4 companies for Acclivity to partner with. Below, you can see some of the reasons why I picked these companies, but obviously on our 3-page summary, I highly encourage you to look at that because that is where I have all the criteria that I judge these companies off of. And reasons why I thought they would be the best, along with a ton of links provided of where I got that information from. And you would find that on the appendix of our 3rd-page summary. So that's all for me. It's been a pleasure working with you guys. It's been such an interesting experience, and really, really great learning happened throughout this project. So yeah, I'm just really grateful to be a part of it. And that's it.
Hi, I'm Carter Willis. I'm very thankful to be submitting our final report here for Acclivity and going over the venture funds that I have found that I believe would be the best fit for your company. In this final report's part of the project, I will be going over the venture fund. 2048 Ventures is actually the #1 leading pre-seed and seed fund in the US and in Canada, so in all of Northern America. They do invest in pre-seed and seed rounds, and their typical funding amount is $100,000 to $3 million. Their team is comprised of 7 strong team members. They each specialize in different areas and markets, and they have 1 team member in specific that I'll talk about in the next slide that I think would be hugely beneficial for Acclivity. They're a good fit because they're a company that likes to help companies that create change. They're all about companies that change already set markets and how things are typically done, which is exactly what Acclivity does. So I think it'd be a great fit for the 2 of y'all. Julie Wolf is who I really wanted y'all to talk to because she is on it. She worked with the American Society of Microbiology for 5 years, where she helped scientists communicate their findings with businesses and all that, and investors, much like what y'all are trying to do with your drug. And she also co-founded a company out of Boston that creates improved microbial strands. So she knows medical business, and she knows it very well. She also holds a PhD in microbiology, immunology, and cancer biology. She knows her stuff, and she is super crucial to their side of medical investments, and she kind of heads that division of 2048. The main reason I wanted to talk about this company, besides Julie, is right now they have a biotech competition going on that I found out about recently, and it's her and her competition through 2048, and the application is due March 12th. First place gets a $200,000 investment, and it's just a short 1 to 2 minute video. Obviously, it'll have multiple rounds. The first round is just a 1 to 2 minute video. Then, if you get selected to second round, it'll be a virtual pitch to their VC board. And then once that goes on, it'll just keep dwindling down. And then the winner would be announced in late April. But I think it could be definitely a competition worth entering for Acclivity.
Hi, so my name is Tommy Chalfont once again, and I am going over the third part of the project, which is identifying atypical funding methods. So with Curative.bio, just going off of the research that I already have, it was founded in 2022, so it's a new company. It's a drug discovery and seed investing company. They are made up of 3 founders that have made massive experiences in these fields, and Curative in its brief existence has provided significant opportunities for other drug discovery companies similar to Acclivity. It has brought over 70 drugs into the clinic with 12 approvals. It was founded, it has provided over $30 billion in enterprise value. A little bit of a history lesson. A few of these companies that they have done work with, I made a sort of a rubric for you guys, is Blueprint Medicines and Revolutionary Medicines. They both do typically the same thing with cancer research. They are both biotech companies, and they seem similar to Acclivity, and I think that Acclivity and Curative Bio would get along just like this. Along with this, I have added questions for Acclivity to ask Curative or other seed investing companies. How much of an impact do you think the past funding to other biotech companies has made? And how was mentorship of these seed companies helpful? Also, how have your past ventures gone? And tell us the most successful venture you've had through seed investing.